So before I cause a war in the comment section, I want to let you know that this video is beneficial for both controller players and keyboard and mouse players, and I will not be shitting on controller players in this video. This will be a fair, non-biased video even though I play keyboard and mouse. This will help you no matter what input you play. So in chapter 3, you're going to notice that keyboard and mouse players will be dominating from super long ranges as well as super close ranges, while my controller players are going to be consistently dominating the mid-range, and I'm going to explain to you why this is. It's mostly to do with aim assist, but I'm not going to be biased. I'm actually going to be a very defending person towards controller players. Basically, what Epic Games have done is completely scuffed their aim assist at close range, and I'll be talking more about that later in the video. But just for now, for all my controller players, your aim assist is scuffed at close range. When it comes to long range, I can tell you right now that with exponential, you actually completely lose aim assist after 75 meters. With linear, you completely lose your aim down sight aim assist after 50 to 60 meters. I couldn't find an accurate number, but it is between 50 and 60. It was hard to pinpoint. So after 75 meters, you can guarantee you have no aim assist on a controller. 100% no aim assist. While my keyboard and mouse player still has his insane aim that he has from 20 meters away. So here's the theory, okay? If you're a keyboard and mouse player, you should be playing from super long ranges if you like using an assault rifle, if you like beaming and griefing people. Why? Because if they are a controller player, and the majority of people playing Fortnite are controller players because some are console, the majority of people playing Fortnite are actually console, which means they're more than likely playing on controller because that's just what console is made for. You can play keyboard and mouse, but it's not very common. So that's why you should be taking long range fights, because they have no aim assist at that range. And then again, when it comes to super close ranges, my keyboard and mouse players, you guys should be dominating at close range. Why? Because you have a mouse. You have this thing called scroll wheel reset, which is the most overpowered thing in Fortnite, and we'll be talking a lot more about that in just a second. While my controller players, you guys can dominate mid-range at about 20 to 30 meters. Why? Because that's when your aim assist is at peak, and you don't have to fight a psychopath who has 24 keys on his keyboard, as well as a mouse that can have up to 11 buttons. Therefore, they have much more mechanical advantage. It's so effortless for us to piece control you, where for you guys to piece control us, you know, it takes a bit of thinking, especially you guys have a delayed response time. What that means is for us, it takes like a few little buttons like that. That's all we're doing. Whereas if you're playing claw, which majority of pro players do, let's say your shooting finger is on RT, or 2 if you're PlayStation, what you're going to notice is that if you have to play claw and reach to triangle, or Y if you're on Xbox, that's a big reach that you have to do. You know, you're right here shooting, and then you have to swap to Y and press it like that. That's very hard to do, and even if you get it down, it still takes a couple, like 50 milliseconds to make that reach. Whereas on keyboard and mouse, we can do it much more rapidly. So no matter what goes on there, you're never going to be able to break the laws of science and press that faster than 50 milliseconds. That's just the fastest you can do it. Whereas if on keyboard and mouse, we can actually develop a lot more speed because the distance is super small, it's super minimal. Hopefully you're getting what I'm going at. We dominate off in close range no matter what aim assist you guys have. Obviously your aim assist is completely scuffed at close range when you play controller, and that's something that Epic Games, in my opinion, made a mistake about. They should have left your aim assist as it was. In fact, they probably should have made it more overpowered. Why? Because what I've tended to notice is when aim assist is super overpowered, keyboard players find a new skill level to dominate. We find nice strategies, and then when they actually decide to nerf your aim assist, those strategies stay prevalent, and we actually end up having and becoming better players because aim assist was buffed. Like if you think back to when aim assist was at its peak and when it was its strongest, we started aim training more in keyboard and mouse. We started evolving our mechanics. We started being able to hold builds more effectively and tarping more effectively. And all of these things were formed to fight against aim assist when it was at its peak. And because it's being nerfed, you guys lose out on that ability to be insane, monstrous aimers. But as a keyboard and mouse player, those skills that we've developed to defend us against aim assist still keep getting better. So it's just kind of a losing battle that you guys are fighting, and I actually highly recommend that if you're a controller player, swap to keyboard and mouse. And the reason why I say that is because aim assist is going to cap you. At some point it's going to cap you where you can't get better simply because aim assist is going to stop you. On keyboard and mouse, sure, you might swap to it and you might be here on a skill level and you might drop to down here. But over time with practice, you're going to actually eventually just hit a new cap that you could have never hit on controller. So, you know, Christmas is coming up. Maybe try order yourself a new keyboard, maybe just a cheap keyboard. Try it out for 3 or 4 weeks and really let yourself get good at it. And if you still can't do it, swap back to controller. But the thing is, you're never going to be able to be capped on a keyboard. There's nothing that can stop you from reaching skill levels that aren't even set yet. On controller, skill levels will always be set because of aim assist, and there's nothing you can do about that. And it's sad that the game developers actually control the aim assist. I feel like it should be the controller manufacturer, and all games have a set rate. That way when you swap between games, that muscle memory remains. Whereas keyboard and mouse players, we just change our sensitivity using a sensitivity scaler, meaning I can play Call of Duty with the exact same sensitivity I play Fortnite with. So even when I go off Fortnite, I'm actually still improving my aim. I can be playing Minecraft, improving my aim for Fortnite. There's so many different things that you don't look at that I'm thinking outside of the box with. And going back onto the subject of aim training, if you're a keyboard and mouse player, you should definitely be aim training. Why? Because at mid-range, controller players will dominate, and their aim assist won't always be terrible forever. At some point, there's going to be something broken, there's going to be something more overpowered, there's still going to be Zens, so you need to be training your aim, especially if you're a legit keyboard and mouse player and you want to do well in this season. Train your aim. We're currently in a spray meta, and tracking is the most important skill you need to develop. And if you would like me to make a video talking about tracking for both my, you know, controller and keyboard and mouse players, console players, mobile players, Switch players, I will actually go over some of the best creative drills you can do to improve your tracking, your long range aim, your sniper aim, your shotgun aim. And if you guys want it, all you have to do is hit that like button. We're aiming for 45 likes on this video. That is a high goal. I'm not even sure if we're going to hit it, but if we do, you can be expecting these videos coming out in the near future. Not straight away, because they actually do take a lot of effort to make, and I want to make them as best as I possibly can. But on top of that, here comes the ugly part of this video. I do have to tell all my keyboard and mouse players that you should be taking full advantage of the fact that controller players have terrible aim up in close range. Now, not all controller players. Some controller players, this aim assist thing will not even bother them. They'll still be able to drop 20-30 kills. There's no harm done. But to the majority of Fortnite players that play on controller, they're currently in the process of adapting to this new aim assist change, and probably by the time they adapt to it, Epic Games are going to fix it and give them buffed aim assist. So you should be aim training right now, especially your hip fire tracking. So when you get in a box with a suspected controller player, you don't know if he's a controller player, all you can do is suspect it, but if he is, you will have the advantage before either shot is fired. Even if you're on the same health, even if you guys have no builds, you will have the advantage. Trust me. With that said, that is the end of the video. On screen right now, this video will definitely make you a better player. And if you're not subscribed, what are you doing? Hit the subscribe button, bro. We're going to be posting more videos like this all the time. Have a good day.